All right. We're going to hit the record button. 3, 2, 1. Ha! Got it again. Got that too.
Do you want to do another clap?
All right, cool. Yeah.
Do the intro. Go.
Hey, everyone. How's it going? It is Eddie and Oz once again. Teacher, accountant. Not what you expected. Randomness podcast. Number 3. This is going to be the third one already.
We should get that tattooed.
No. I'm not going to have my first tattoo.
No.
Be a random podcast that we have 3 episodes in.
We'll do tattoos. We'll get like NW. Like I'll be NW.
And I'm white.
Oh, Knuckles.
I'm definitely not tattooing my
On
knuckles.
on that part, so people don't see it. On like this part. So
No, it's just gonna look like your hands are dirty all the time.
If you wanted to hide it, you would just do this the entire time. Okay. Real quick, I do this a lot during meetings, so maybe on the.
What does that have to do? Just because you do it a lot of meetings does not mean that people aren't gonna see it when you extend your hand first.
Well,
Hi, nice to meet you.
If this finger is
if
covering
you do
it
this,
up,
people are gonna think you're weird. Like, nice to meet you.
Here, try it.
It's Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Okay.
Curtsy.
Okay, people can think of like cerebral palsy.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I mean,
like,
nothing like that, but still though, NW. Okay, so
no tattoos. Here's the thing.
NW, not what.
And then right ball. You.
Okay. Well,
left ball.
Let's go into that. I don't think a tattoo. Let me not say that. They probably will. I was gonna say I don't think a tattoo artist will actually.
They'll do it. I'm sure they'll do it. I'm pretty sure if you pay them enough, they'll do it. It depends how.
Yeah, that's
what
right.
kind of tattoo place you go to.
You're right. For the money, anything's possible.
Yeah, it's all about how much.
I mean, look at Jurassic Park.
Right.
I'm saying it's real.
Not what you expected.
Madagascar.
See what I did there? See what I did? Use the name of the podcast in a sentence.
It was like the chicken in the soup this time.
And credits. There we go. That's it.
And thank you for the 2 minute.
Thank you for watching. We'll see you here again next week.
I had this idea of starting doing to this like a channel just about food, like film like some really with like a really high end camera, film some like food.
Yeah, it's called the Food Network.
Yeah, I don't want to do it with TV. Obviously, I don't want to do like a giant. But you know what I'm saying, like review like burgers in Dallas.
Or review burgers anywhere. It can start in Dallas, and then we can be like, oh, you know what? We're done with burgers in Dallas. Dallas burgers are too foo-foo.
Best pho in Dallas.
I don't know, man. I don't know how much.
Sushi?
Best sushi would
That actually be alright.
I don't know, dude. Uchi probably has some of the best.
You could review. Yeah, Uchi. Yeah, you've been there, right?
Yeah, the place is nice. It's the Dallas extension of Uchi because Uchi started in Austin.
Did it?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
We drive, like, my girlfriend and I drive by Uchi all the time when we're down in Austin.
Is it off South Congress?
Yeah, I think it. I don't freaking know. It might be. I don't pay attention when we're driving. I just see freaking hipsters and bike shops.
But yeah, so like do like
all there is in Austin.
Do like a food review channel, but with like really high end footage.
14K.
And the thing with that is like I think about it, and it's like I would want to go to these restaurants and do this, but then it's like how do I convince the restaurant? You know, it's
to
like
feed me for free.
No, obviously you pay for it, but like hey,
why? You're giving them free advertisement on the internet.
I want to take up like a table and a half because all the gear and everything else. Bring it in on like, and it had to be like a weekend during the day where you got actual nice lighting, and if you don't, then you gotta bring in lighting. I mean,
that's the thing, dude. You're probably gonna have to do it on off hours in the beginning because they're not gonna like sacrifice a table and a half, especially if it's like a nicer place. Table and a half just for your YouTube channel that has no traction yet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if we decide to go somewhere, we'd be like, hey...
You could give them some of the footage as like, you know, like, hey, I'll give you guys what I shoot.
Yeah, but they're not a marketing firm. They're not going to use it themselves.
Yeah.
What are they going to do? Have a marketing firm come in and not pay them for recording?
Give them like
a marketing firm's not going to do that. Marketing firm's like, no, we record our own footage.
Give them like 4K.
Is it 4K? And they're like, yeah, it is 4K. Is it 60 frames per second? Yeah, it is. That's what the guy said. Oh, the lighting's off. we'll do it better. And then they charge them. That's what I would do. That's what consultants do. They come in and they tell you things that you already know, but they tell you that like they can do it better. And then they write things down. They tell you, here, do it this way. And then you actually have to do them. So you're paying people to tell you what to do.
Consultants.
I should be a consultant.
You should.
It'd be so easy. I could tell you, it's like, look, bro, you want to get bigger? Tortilla soup's not going to cut it. You know what's going to cut it? Papa John's pizza. Have you seen Peyton Manning? He's huge. Want to know why he's huge?
He's not huge.
Because he eats. No, have you seen that forehead? That forehead's pure muscle. Papa John's pizza.
It's skeleton.
No, you think it is.
Calcium.
But have you seen him flex after a game? Bam! Muscle. Papa John's pizza. See, that right there.
See, I would've tried to sell that with the...
Brought to you by...
With the angle
Revolver.
of...
Blood and Honey.
By the way, they...
So easy to make plugs like that. We're not even sponsored. We do this for free, and we just drink on our own. We don't make any money from this.
What if they did sponsor us?
What? What if they did sponsor us? Then I would freaking have like a Revolver poster. I'd have like a fridge right here filled with it and be like wearing their shirt. I'd be like,
oh my god, yeah. And
hey, have you heard of Blood and Honey?
We would literally get the guns tattooed on like either arm.
No, you would. I would have like, I would have temporary tattoos. One of them's like half scratched off. I'd be like, it's rugged, it's rugged, it's supposed to be like that. It doesn't scratch out, and then you start peeling it off. It's like, oh shit, I don't know, man. The guy said it was gonna be permanent. I don't know. I was drunk. I've been drinking a lot of Blood and Honey.
I was looking at condenser mics.
See? Boom.
Expensive, dude.
Yeah, that's why.
$225.
That's why this works. That's why this works. I
have
no idea. I bought it for like 160 with my Elgato HD capture device.
Dude, it's like 220 and up. Like a decent.
This is decent.
Mic.
Don't you say that in front of my Blue Yeti mic.
No, I'm not. I mean, well, Blue Yeti's like
he's recording right now.
He's the younger brother. The older brother. That was it. The silver.
Pro?
Yeah, dude.
No, see, there's a silver version of this mic. So don't be fooled by color. Just because he's black does not mean he's any less.
Why should be the same mic?
No, because the other one has analog also. It probably is the same mic, actually. The only thing is, like, the output options. Yeah. It's not even worth it, really. Analog is a dying breed. Vinyl? Pfft. Hipsters. Go back to Austin.
Aren't you going back to Austin?
Yeah. I actually got some dude like.
And don't you have a beard?
Hey, I got a job offer.
Don't you have a beard?
I got a job offer when I went to Austin, coming from 6th Street. I was drunk as shit. We got a lift back to Karen's place, my girlfriend's place, and the guy, is driving a 5 Series. So I started talking to him like, hey, dude, how long have you been driving, Lyft, whatever? He's like, yeah, I just do it on the weekend, whatever. So I started talking to him. He's like, yeah,
you got a 5 Series?
Yeah.
He's doing it for the fun?
Yeah. He's like, yeah, I just enjoy it. It's pretty fun to just drive around and get people. It's like, and I'm getting to get to know people because he just moved to Austin, apparently, like 3 months ago or something. Okay. Like, oh, cool. So what brought you down here? He's like, oh, the job. Like, oh, what do you do? He's like, oh, I work with IT, whatever. But right now we're looking for like someone to do like a revenue cycle. I'm like, oh, I'm an accountant and I know a lot about IT. So we started talking. He starts asking me questions, and before we know it, he's like, hey man, do you have a card with you? I was like, no, but I can give you my my email. He's like, oh yeah, here, I'll email you right now. Ask for your resume. So tomorrow morning, when you wake up and you're sober, send me your resume, and no, I'm not moving to Austin. Fuck that.
You know revenue cycles in IT? Yeah, I know both of those. Great.
The guy was probably like, yeah, I got this guy on lock. He like copied the CFO in the email that he sent me. I'm like,
this is super funny to you, but you seem like a total dick.
And then I said, fuck the guy. I know. It's kind of mean, but like, I'm not gonna move to Austin. I love Dallas.
Yeah, Austin's very much hit.
Like, here's the thing. I only go to Austin because my girlfriend's there.
For the food. I only go to Austin.
Not even. I'm not a foodie. She is. So for me, it's like, I can get great food across the street at Taco Bell or Steak and Shake.
Is Karen gonna watch this?
Maybe. I don't know.
Karen, love you.
You're a foodie. She knows.
You've turned into a hipster. You're a hipster. Check it out.
No.
Do you wear Toms?
No, before you fuck, man. Okay. All right. No, stop.
Let's go get his shoes.
I know.
Let's go get his shoes.
Stop. Here's the deal, right? So, I went to Austin to visit my girlfriend this weekend, and I was there on Sunday. It was my last day there. So we decided to get Voodoo Donuts. Apparently a big thing. Okay. It's on 6th Street. We tried going Saturday night when we were like getting drunk, but it's cash only, and I'd spend my cash at the bar. So I was like, oh shit. All right, well we can't do this. Mm-hmm. So I got cash the next morning. Went to Voodoo Donuts. We're in line, and there's like a live band playing at Voodoo. It's pretty cool. So
a live band at a donut shop?
Yeah, I know. It's
is this the one that
they have a record label? No. We didn't go to it.
All right.
But they have a record label.
Did we go to Voodoo Coffee House?
No. Well, maybe. I don't know. We went to
Ryan like.
No, but this one's on 6th Street. And so if you don't know 6th Street is like the Austin equivalent of Bourbon Street in New Orleans.
True.
Tons of bars. There's a strip of bars, and there's like this donut shop. So we're there, and then the live band. So one of the guys, the main singer, actually looks like one of my friends, Mike. Looks just like him, but hipster. He's got full-on beard. He's got like a little man bun. Like he looks just like physically, he looks like my friend. Like I was the best man at his wedding. Yeah. He looks just like my friend, except dirty blonde and with a beard, right? So I'm like, oh, it's hipster Mike. Cool.
Did you take a picture?
No, I didn't, unfortunately. But so I'm sitting there and I'm telling my girlfriend, I'm like, yeah, you know, Austin sucks. We've been waiting. We like took 3 steps in 30 minutes when we were in line. We're like, oh, there's a line for everything.
There is.
Like, I'm not a foodie, so for me, like, waiting in line for food is not logical. Taco Bell, Whataburger, KFC, Steak and Shake, McDonald's, Subway. I go to Central Market, which is like a little bit nicer, but it's still really fast, a convenience store.
Yeah.
I got Walmart across the street. It's awesome. So if I just want food,
in 3 minutes,
I'll get food and I will spend $5. Like for $5, I can eat like 3 meals at Taco Bell. Granted, they're not good for me, but I don't care. They taste good for me, so
nutritionally,
they taste good to me. So regardless, so we're there, and I'm like, yeah, Austin sucks, whatever. And then my girlfriend stops, and she's like, you know what? You're more Austin than I am. It's like, what are you talking about? It's like, yeah, you've got the beard. And I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. That's just the beard. I'm growing this in protest of you moving down here. She's like, yeah. But now you look more Austin than I do. I'm like, no. I'm like, hey, what are you talking about? You're wearing Toms. And she's like, what are you wearing? And I look down and it's like, shit.
Third thing.
What's the third thing?
V-neck.
V-necks, it's not even deep. This is not a deep V.
As I'm wearing one too.
Yeah, this like if my V-neck was like down to here, then maybe I'd be like, all right.
It's like a woman's shirt.
It's like, then maybe I'd be like a freaking Austin hipster, or I'd be wearing flannel, or I'd be wearing like non-GMO vegan, didn't cast a shadow when it was being grown shirt.
Didn't cast a shadow.
No.
Would you go to a coffee shop?
No.
And like just.
That's where it stops. Like if you ask me, would you go to a coffee shop? I wouldn't. Oh. I go to Starbucks. That's as much of a coffee shop as I would go, or McDonald's actually. McDonald's iced coffee, great. So much sugar in that thing. It tastes delicious.
You sound like a dad. You sound like a dad. Like remember Thanksgiving, and he's just like total salesman, like just like hilarious salesman.
No, like I'm saying, it's just I'm very practical and cheap when it comes to
practical, yes.
When it comes to like important things, when it comes to like stupid shit, I'm like, oh yeah, $70. That's fine. Here, take. I'll take 3.
How many headphones you got?
Oh fuck. I mean,
how many headphones you got? How many headphones do you need? 1.
All right, no, that's not true.
Okay, 2. 1 for working out.
No, you need multiple. All right, so here's the thing. You need a gaming headset because gaming headsets use a USB to power. They have like the digital surround sound. You need that for like knowing when people are coming up from behind you and coming around the corner. So, and it also has like bigger drivers. So I need the 50 millimeter drivers at least so I can get that bass, resounding bass, right? And ideally, you would like to have a nice mic attached to it. I don't need that because I have my Yeti, but whatever. So I have my
How many do you have?
I have my Creative sound blasters right here.
right?
How much money have you spent on headphones?
I don't know. I don't.
And Karen, if you watch this, there are plenty of stories.
Don't do
plenty
this,
of
Karen,
stories.
Karen. Just skip ahead.
Plenty of stories where.
Oh my god.
Where it's like,
had a
so there's $70. I fucking bought them, and then next day. Yeah, they were fucking 120, but original price was like 200, so fuck it.
No. All right,
they're in the mail. Next day. Did you hear the fucking Audio Technicas? Yeah, but I needed these fucking JBLs. I needed
So my girlfriend and I
headsets.
fought. We actually had a fight about this because what ended up happening is, so it was Fry's was having an amazing deal. It was for
Wait,
stop.
You're kind of like an audiophile.
I dabble in audiophilia. So
Wow, that's like I dabble in paraphernalia or fucking pornography. I dabble. How many do you have?
I mean, I have like 3 DVDs that are like 36 gigs of
Nah.
porn. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
36 gigs.
It's Blu-rays.
The fuck is this? The future? Yeah, DVDs come with 36 gigs now. So,
Oh, dude, no. I had friends in college. He had a whole hard drive dedicated to porn, and it's like I don't understand still to this day. No, stop, wait. He had porn. He had Windows Media Player playing on his computer all the time. Like, there was just random porn on the computer running at all times. Like, he never stopped playing porn. Like, he would just be studying, and then randomly he'd just be like, I'll tab. Oh, yeah, this is a good one. This is a good one.
Wow.
Hey, Juan, come here. Look at this one. It's good, right? Oh, that's a good one. Should tab. All right, let's study. like you can hear like moaning in the background because he'd have the sound on, but just like really soft. So he'd be like, Like, what? And the problem is we were in a fraternity together, so we were like all living together for a little bit, for like a month. And like the first time I was like, we were all supposed to be like studying. You know, like in our fraternity, they like were just study hard, stay together, and like work. So I'm like studying for class, and all of a sudden, like in the background, I'm like, I'm like, what is going on?
God.
And then this dude is just like sitting on his bed, just like
admiring it.
and like, what is that? And eventually, like I stopped because like my other friends were like had headphones on. There's like 4 of us in a room. I'm like, okay, seriously, like, what is going on? What is that sound? And my friend just goes, oh, dude, I just have porn going. I'm like, what do you mean you just have porn going? Like, like what?
Wait,
so he goes like,
give me like a physical description of this guy.
Oh, dude, he was just like big. He was a little bit fat. Just like he was, I don't know, dude. He was lazy. He spoke very slowly. Like you wouldn't think of it. Like when you met him. When you met him, you would not think he had a beautiful voice too. He could sing really well, but you would not think. Like I never thought that he would just constantly watch porn.
Habitual porn watcher.
Yeah, just like all the time, like porn 24/7 on his computer. At least it wasn't as bad as the time when I caught my other fraternity brother
jacking off or something.
Watching bestiality video. It was the most awkward and most hilarious thing.
What do you
I've
do?
Ever experienced.
So you walk into that and you just like acknowledge.
No, so it wasn't.
It wasn't anything.
It wasn't like that. So same scenario, right? We're all in one room.
We're
all in one room.
That's supposed to be a horse. I'm not. That was a terrible horse.
We're all in one room, and here's the awkward part. Like, there was one bed because we're living. Like, our fraternity made us live in a room, 4 of us in one room. So there was one bed for the guy who like lived there. So he was on the bed, and the rest of us were on sleeping bags on the floor. So during study time, we just sit on the floor because everyone had a laptop, so we'd like going through our shit, whatever, just studying. And this guy's like 1.5 feet away from me, to my right. And at the time, I was done studying. Like I get information very quickly, so I don't have to study hard. So I was just playing. I remember Fear Online, freaking awesome game. So bullet time and everything. So I was playing Fear Online because it had just turned free at the time. It was like Fear Online. You don't get the actual storyline, but you get to play multiplayer for free. So I was playing it, and then all of a sudden, like, it was between a match. Like we had just finished the match, so I'm like waiting for the next one to load, and I look over and I see my friend just kind of like, he like turned his computer a little bit, like really discreetly, just like starts angling his computer kind of away from me, and just like scoots like just a little butt scoot, right? I'm like, what the hell? So at this point, I like lean back and look over, and it was literally a chick getting licked by a dog.
What?
So it was just a chick like spread eagle and a dog like just licking her, and I was like, what the you know, like, dude, he's like, he like freaks out, he's like, no, I don't know, man, it just popped up, I'm like, no, it just popped up. I grabbed his laptop, and I'm like,
it's like 2 minutes in, that does not pop up.
I grab his laptop quick, I'm like, guys, what the hell is this? Of course, I mean, I feel sorry that like, like, I made everyone find out, but dude, you don't do that when you're 2 feet away from like your friend. Like, I'm sorry, you don't just like.
Okay. So when that happens, at that point, it's become something that's like
a necessity. Like, you're addicted. Like, you can't control. If you can't control yourself,
true.
You're like, I get it. Like, we're all living together. Like, he didn't have his private time, but fucking go to the bathroom, or sneak out
with some good headphones.
Say. Whatever, you know, even if you don't, like, whatever, we heard you, like, hearing a girl, like, moaning, we don't have to know that a dog's licking her. Like, she's probably not saying, like, oh, Fido, oh, Lassie. She's like, I don't know. It's like, we probably wouldn't have known, but instead, he's, like, doing it in front of everyone, so now it's like, oh, great, I had never seen bestiality until now, thanks. Now I can't say that I've never seen a bestiality video because of him.
Yeah, and now you gotta explain why.
And my 32 gigs of bestiality porn.
Well, the thing is, like, if he's done this before, like it's
like, he downloaded it. It was on Windows Media, Windows.
Yeah, but it's this weird thing where like he feels like comfortable doing it. He literally just did this.
But not comfortable enough to like not freak out, you know? Like, if you're gonna do it like my other friend who just had it running on all the time and just was like completely like nonchalant.
He owned it.
Yeah, I just have porn playing on the background all the time. It's like, really? It's like, yeah, you know, like, and your girlfriend comes over. It's like, oh yeah, she's cool with it. She knows. It's like, all right, tight. Like, hey, it works for you, you know, whatever. But he like owned it. He like just did it. This guy on the other hand tried to be sneaky about it in a very terrible way.
Yeah, just own up to whatever you do in life. Unless you're like a fucking, oh my god.
I mean, or please don't.
There's
like,
some terrible stuff there.
Yeah, I'd rather not see that all the time.
I just realized in saying that there's some terrible stuff. Like
don't listen to that. That's terrible advice. Don't listen to that.
Nah, I mean,
no.
In a good way. But then that goes for like anything in life.
In a good way.
If you're
gonna be a pedophile, be a good one. No, that's not how it works, Oz.
No.
Gosh, damn.
I'm not saying pedophile. I'm saying is whatever you do in life, own up to it. You know what I'm saying?
No, same thing. If you're gonna be a pedophile, own up to it. Tell the kid beforehand. Hey, I'm interested in you.
Forget about pedophiles. Alright? No more fucking Jared from Subway.
Oh man, that guy.
Terrible, dude. Oh my god, so weird. Apparently there were like interviews of him like saying like, yeah, 13-year-old's hot. Like there's like this like awkward interviews with him saying that kind of shit. And like no one caught on to it. It's like, really?
Oh, that 13-year-old. Well, I guess she's all right.
People Jared, like, hey.
Time out. Did you just say?
Can you do? Hey, play back the video. Play back.
He's like, no. I was talking about the sandwich. You know, I lost all the weight eating Subway.
What? 13
like, no. We got
that.
We got that. But it's a foot long. There's no 13 in there. No, it's a baker's dozen. Dude, 13. You know, bro. Like, come on.
You have
Like, I mean, ooh.
My working definition.
Are you staring at my daughter? No, what? Is that your daughter? No, I don't. How old is she? She's 16. Oh no, that's too old. What? I mean, no.
Oh, that's so weird though. He's in prison now, right?
Yes, I think so. Maybe. I don't keep up.
Dude, did you see the Oscars?
Mm-mm.
Fucking good, man.
All that matters is that Leo got his Oscar.
Yeah, that's all that matters. Apparently,
we must go deeper. Is it a dream? Probably.
What is it called? Mad Max got like 5.
Dude, but apparently, okay. So I read a Kotaku review, and I'm pretty sure that the podcast that I'm going to listen to tomorrow.
Of Mad Max or the Oscars?
Like Mad Max. So there's I listened to the morning stream.
Okay.
And one of the guys was like, he had to ban himself from talking about Mad Max because after it came out, he was just like on it. He was just Mad Max, greatest movie of all time, or greatest movie this year. Mad Max, like one of the best films like recorded, right?
It's good, but it wasn't.
So Kotaku also wrote a review today. It's like Mad Max deserved like best director and best film, and it got every award except for those. It was all behind the film award, behind the scene awards. It was like
and so
best
like,
use of like animation, best casting, best like makeup.
It won costume design. Cinematography went to Noratu. I forgot the guy's name. He won it for Birdman, and he also won it for Gravity.
I mean, that was...
Seriously, third in a row, third time winning the Oscar for Best Cinematography.
But I mean, the cinematography in Birdman was like...
Yeah. No, yeah, seriously. Like,
I haven't even seen the movie, but every single shot that I've seen, like, in trailers and in clips, it's just like, wow.
And same thing with Gravity. He loves doing this thing where, like, he doesn't cut away. Where literally it's like wide angle shot on action, goes back,
all one
back.
Shot.
Like Gravity, right? Beginning Gravity was like long shots, right? Not in terms of frame, but in terms of duration. Same thing with Birdman.
I don't know about that because
Birdman, long shots. He doesn't cut away. Same thing with Revenant, long shots. And it's hard to do, but he fucking does it so well.
Well, because if you mess up, it's like, all right, back from the top. 30 minutes of one shot.
It's that's part of it, but it's also how do you tell a story and you don't cut away? Like how do you tell a great story and not cut away from the story? Is that
move? That's what it was. I was like, what is that like?
I thought it was the
I thought it was my phone too, and I was like, no.
I heard it. It's not
something
mine.
would pop up like
yeah. So yeah, but no, Mad Max won everything that
best film,
that I
best
thought it deserved. Best film, no.
It didn't get any like the actors
Not
didn't get
when
anything.
you have Revenant.
Actresses
and, like,
didn't get
else
anything.
No, of course not. No.
So no, like it got everything that it got was behind the scenes.
Special effects. Hateful Eight got the best composition with Ennio Morricone, which is I'm glad he got the. Because Ennio Morricone have been, it's pretty much like Leo, DiCaprio, but like of sound is Ennio Morricone. He's been nominated like 17, I'm just kidding, like 8 or 6 times or something, and he's never won it. And this is his first time, and he went up on stage, like got choked up. But Ennio Morricone did the soundtrack for The Thing, the old, the old
80s.
Yes.
Wow.
He also did like every Fistful of Dollars, like the old. Like he did all of that, all of the Old West, which is why they got him for the Hateful Eight, because the soundtrack for that is phenomenal. But then Mad Max won it for everything that it deserved, like not screenplay,
visual effects.
Visual effects. Did it win for visual effects?
I think so.
What else got nominated? Star Wars got nominated for visual effects, obviously.
I mean,
Revenant for the bear scene got nominated for visual effects.
Dude, that was sick. I saw that clip, and that's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I need to go watch more movies. I have not watched that many movies this year.
Dude, there was so many.
Where did Fast and Furious 7 end up?
It's not nowhere. It was nowhere on there.
Oh man,
Nowhere on
I'm
there.
so disappointed. Oscars. What happened?
Nowhere on there. Dropped the ball.
Should have had the best closing, best ending scene.
I always say the joke that it had a minority in it.
Vin Diesel?
No minorities got nominated.
I mean, Chris
Which
Rock
was
out.
cool. Which was cool.
Like, I saw Chris Rock's intro.
Did you?
It was
by the
very
way,
racial.
So on point though. I mean, but the thing, the Oscars aren't racist. At least not modern day.
I mean,
not modern day.
It's not so much the Oscars. Like, I don't think they're making so much like pointing the racism in the Oscars. It's so much like the undertone of racism in like
Hollywood,
general Hollywood, like mainstream Hollywood. There's still like
there
freaking like Egypt. Like they cast white actors for everything. And I get it, like, we're America, like, predominantly, like, white.
Well, that's been the history of movies. Right? For example, can you name a heavy blockbuster movie that has not had a white actor in the main leading role? Like, can you name
Star Wars?
Can you name a blockbuster
7.
movie? Can you name a blockbuster movie that
Star Wars 7, dude, broke all the, like...
Yeah, but who was the main character?
Finn.
No,
Who's the first real main character that you see? Poe and Finn. Neither of them are white.
Finn is the girl?
The black dude.
Who's the girl? What's her name?
I don't know. She's the English chick.
Well, she ends up being the main character.
Yeah.
She does though. Which I don't. I didn't want that. I wanted Finn to be like.
No. But it was
the badass
still. It was like
Jedi.
a female lead, awesome, and like also like a person of color in the lead.
Yeah.
Like, and multiple too, because Poe, even though he didn't have as much screen time as Finn, like, still was a very strong character. Like, he was a very strong presence. So, like, I feel I don't understand.
Can you name anything else? Like, really, like realistically,
Django Unchained.
No, it was not widely accepted. It's one of those like.
Have you seen? Like, it got nominated for a whole bunch of shit.
But it wasn't like that big like I'm talking like Titanic.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
Like, there's very few. There's like 10 films that you can be on that level.
Okay, well, yeah, on that level. Is there anyone up there with like that's a minority?
Avatar. I mean, she was animated and she did the voice.
No, you can't say some blue 9-foot tall leopard looking. No, we can't do that. It's not even like real. Like,
but that was the voice actress, and she like was the second.
And besides, what's his face was the main character then? It wasn't
Sully. Whatever his name is. Yeah, I don't know his name. The guy from Titans.
Yeah.
Remember the Titans? No. Titans Gone Down. No, what's it called? Like, I don't remember. It's a Titan movie. It's Greek mythology or something. I don't know. He was in that movie.
Oh,
he killed like Medusa.
Yeah.
It's that guy. Like, I was really shocked when he went from like being Sully with like his like decrepit legs to like being this dude who's like built and like he's like a Greek god.
Greek War of the Titans?
Who was it? Who was it?
Like that?
Who was he like? Prometheus? No.
He was the
Perseus, right?
Yes, something like that. Yeah,
he rode on the Pegasus. And he killed the Gorgon. He killed Medusa.
The son of Poseidon.
Half
son.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, if he's a son of Poseidon, he's the full son.
No.
That was stupid of me to say.
Demigod.
Yeah,
there we go.
But he is a full son. Like, you can't be like a half god of a male. It's like, well, half my sperm got in, like the tail end got in, and it actually helped another sperm head, like, get to your mom's egg. My bad. Like, you can't be like a half father.
Yeah.
Like, a stepfather is different. But
that's another interesting like archetype, and the hero role, right?
He's white.
No, well, yes, but yes and no. The father cannot be in the picture. Have you noticed that like Marvel pretty much took a bunch of Greek stories and redid them with like superheroes? I mean, Hercules, no father.
But
Spider-Man,
it's not that. It's not
no
just
father. Thor.
It's not
no
that they did
father.
Greek. It's like it's just the hero. It's like the hero's like storyline.
The hero,
like how a hero's like
the archetype, the classic hero, right?
Yeah, it's
no
like
father figure.
He's like his own man. Like, he goes through hardship, and that's what like builds the strength and character that makes him be the great man that he is. Like, he doesn't have to thank anyone for where he gets and for his accomplishments. It's self-built. Because, like, I mean, Hercules, if you really think about it, he's a freaking demigod. Like, there shouldn't be anything special about him. Like, yeah, he went through these hardships, but he had, like, godly strength. Mm-hmm. Like, how is that, how is that really a hero? It's a tragedy, like, Hercules, like his actual story, like the Greek story is a tragedy.
It is a tragedy, but it's also...
But still, like, I feel like if it had been like a regular man that went through the trials and tribulations that Hercules went through in a realistic fashion, it would be so much more compelling of a story than this guy who was like born from the greatest god himself, Zeus.
Well, that's the whole thing.
And he's like, I can just like
coming of
beat
age.
the shit out of
You know what I'm saying? Like the whole coming of age genre, which is so big now in movies. Like Birdman, coming of age with the daughter and the father relationship. You know what I'm saying?
Coming of age, getting your ass beat.
Which one?
Kick-Ass. That's a good movie.
Yeah, that too actually. Like that's the whole thing.
I'm very practical when I talk about movies.
But I mean, a couple movies coming up that I'm really looking forward to now that it's movies topics is
Deadpool.
What?
Welcome to
You've seen
the
Deadpool,
beginning
right?
of 2016. Yeah. Oh yeah.
The next one.
Deadpool. I was really drunk when I saw Deadpool though. So
really?
Yeah.
Was it Valentine's Day?
Yeah.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah. It was the day.
Karen saw it?
Yeah, Karen and I saw it together.
What did she think?
Oh, she loved it.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. I did not
Yeah,
expect
no,
that.
Karen's awesome. Like, dude, I love that girl.
Did not expect that. And then she'll probably go, really, Oz?
Really? Why?
And I'll just say, I'll buy you a donut or something. S'mores donut.
Win her heart through food.
Dude, win my heart through food.
The key to my girlfriend's heart is her stomach.
That's the way you get in. Oh, cool.
Oh, so this weekend, right? I went to Austin to visit her because we kind of take turns. She'll come here to Dallas because she's studying her postgraduate studies in Austin.
Okay.
I do postgraduate because it's not quite graduate school. It's like prereqs. Like she got her degree, her undergrad, and she wants to do a postgrad and like a graduate study, but she needs some prereqs that she's working on. So it's complicated. So most people don't understand. So I just do postgraduate. But anyway, so since she's in Austin, we take turns to see each other like every weekend. Basically, okay. It's either I go there, she comes here. It's a jolly good time. But anyway, this weekend I went down to Austin, and like Saturday during the day and Sunday actually, we started watching because she loves anime. Like she's big into anime. Like that's her nerdy thing. Like
Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan. She's big into One Piece. Like One Piece. Like she is
really
obsessed with One Piece.
Dude,
she gets everyone that she knows to watch One Piece, except for me because I noticed a trend. Like every one of her ex-boyfriends got into One Piece because of her. And what are they now? Exes. So what did I say? No, thank you. I'm not gonna watch One Piece.
This is flawed logic.
No, it's flawless. There is one commonality between all her exes. One Piece.
They're not you.
How about that?
Well, yeah, because I'm not watching One Piece.
Oh my fucking god. That's not
shit. So
yeah, fuck no. Of course not. 2 + 2 is 6, motherfucker.
Yeah, bitch,
it
get
makes
it right.
sense.
So anyway,
food. Austin, believe it.
So for me, my nerdy thing is video games, and I do like anime as well. But for me, biggest thing is like video games. Like as we sit here, there's a PlayStation 4, Xbox One, gaming PC. I have my PlayStation Vita. I've got PlayStation 3, PlayStation 2, PS1, and my 3DS right in the other room. So that's like I said, like I won't spend money on food to be healthy. But fucking like the new 3DS comes out and it has 2 nubs. Oh shit, $300. Yeah, I'll take 2.
One just.
It does 4D? I don't know what that means, but yeah, I'll take 2 of them.
Massages your thumbs. That's
like,
the other dimension.
Yeah. I can play Fire Emblem forever.
So
by the way,
so
still
3D,
playing that game.
3D is seen in 3 dimensions. 4D is feeling it. 5D, would that be like an emotional attachment to a game? 5 dimensions?
Or an orgasm.
No, that's
the 5th dimension.
No, an orgasm would be a physical release. So that'd be like
a physical
4 dimensions.
Sexual release.
So that'd be the 4th dimension. Would be something physical happening to you. Like 3D is seen in 3 dimensions. X, Y, and Z.
Metaphysical.
3 dimensions seen is so.
You're touched spiritually.
5th dimension will be spiritually or like mentally it fucks with you. Could that be a thing?
I don't know. No, because it's too easy. You can fuck with someone in 2 dimensions. You can read a comic and it could be like really messed up.
Yeah.
And that's not 5D.
Yeah. Just an idea.
Anyway, so yeah, because she's into anime, gosh, dude, my ADHD, like seriously.
This is terrible. I think we're both ADHD.
so she's into anime. So I have Crunchyroll. You know, Crunchyroll, $6. $6 a month. Get Crunchyroll. Man. If you're into anime or want to read manga, Crunchyroll.com/ not what you expected. Or if you do the not what you expected, like
you can still go get the sushi
promo, you don't get a discount. We don't have a thing with Crunchyroll. I'm just plugging them in for free.
Use our affiliate code.
Not what you expected. 15.
Don't fucking have one.
You don't get shit. You still have to pay full price. But I'm pretty sure you can get a free month trial. Everyone gets that one.
Not through us, of course.
Not through us. Just go to Crunchyroll.com and you can probably get one. But anyway, so I have a subscription to Crunchyroll, which I like barely ever use. Like there's a Haikyuu, a volleyball anime, and volleyball is like my shit. Like that's my sport.
Haikyuu?
Yeah. So my parents met playing volleyball in college.
Your parents are fucking tall as hell.
And I always wanted to play volleyball. They never taught me, so like I learned in college, and it's like my passion sport, volleyball is. So I love that anime. That anime gets everything right about volleyball. Like what it feels like to be new, what it feels like to be short, what it feels like to play against someone that's better than you. Like all that emotional anguish that you go through in volleyball, and beautifully animated too. Like the ball, the blocks, the hands, the sets, everything is just on point. Haikyuu, if you haven't seen it,
you gotta watch
second
it?
season's going on right now.
Did you get to watching it?
Oh yeah. Oh no, not this weekend. That's like because I refuse to watch One Piece. She refused to watch Haikyuu, which whatever, fine. If it means that we sit together and she doesn't watch Haikyuu, I'm okay with it. Anyway, so there's Shokugeki no Soma.
But hold on, that's
Food Wars.
But that's hold on, stop. That's flawed logic.
I don't care if
The
my logic
reason
is
you're not
flawed. It's
watching
working.
The reason you're not watching One Piece is because of the attributed past, right?
Correct.
That's okay. The reason why she's not watching it is because
I'm not watching One Piece. It's okay. I don't mind if
that's
she doesn't watch it.
That's like child logic.
And it works.
I mean, it works. I mean,
So I'm not gonna argue facts.
You don't like me? Well, I don't like you. Fuck that.
But we're gonna
walk
stay
away.
together.
Yeah. But we're gonna go get some fucking donuts.
which actually,
Dude, so aside, Voodoo Donuts, right? So
right back to the original topic.
no.
40 minutes.
It's like 4 topics ago. But Voodoo Donuts, we go in there, and these are like huge ass donuts. Like, I showed you a picture.
When we went to Gordo's.
I don't remember Gordo's. I was really tired. But really big donuts.
I was really tired.
But really big donuts, and like I was expecting, because there's a place here in Dallas called Jarms Donuts, which
Delicious.
are like premium cronuts. They do croissant donuts. They do like s'mores donuts. Amazing, right? But they're expensive. Like each donut's like anywhere from like $3 to like $5.99.
What is $5.99? Which one's $5.99?
The cronuts, like the specialty like seasonal cronuts, are like $5.99.
Oh.
Like when for Valentine's Day, if you wanted a Valentine's cronut, it was $5.99. So, like I'm used to like taking my girlfriend there on the weekends when she comes up. Karen and I will go, and I'm spending like we're buying like 4 donuts, and I'm spending like $13. I'm spending like $13, right? $13 plus tip, because I love those Korean ladies, and they know us. Like one of the ladies goes like, "Where's your girlfriend?" Because I went without her, like last week or something. I went without Karen, and she's like, "Oh, where's your girlfriend?" I was like, "Oh, she's in Austin. Like that's why we come in the weekends because she's here." She's like, "Oh, you two make such a beautiful couple. I love you guys." I was like, "Aw, thank
Seal
you."
hands. Seal hands, Eddie. Seal hands.
Just do it, dude. Just fucking.
All right. Anyway,
I'm gonna put that clip at the beginning.
Please.
Just copy it. Yeah. Welcome to.
just a GIF or GIF for the uninitiated. Anyway,
Actually, fucking hurts.
yeah, it does. That ow, my fingers.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, so we're at Voodoo Donuts, and I took out a 20 in cash, so I was expecting like $15 because at the very end, like
for more.
we got to the register, and I was like, I got excited, so I'm like, oh, I'll try this donut also, and this one, and we got like 4 donuts, and they were massive. I was like, oh shit, and like the guy goes to grab my donuts, and while he's there, I'm like, oh Karen, like I'm worried that he's gonna be like, yeah, your total's like $30, and I only have this 20, so I'm gonna be like, oh, can you put these back? He comes back and he goes, yeah, so your total's gonna be like $6.15. I was like, what?
Excuse me?
Yeah, your total's $6.15. That's it. I was like, shit. I was like, I'm gonna order like more, but no, I didn't order.
What'd you guys order? Flavors, go.
So I
Hold
ordered.
on, let me guess. A fruit-based.
No.
Okay, obviously a chocolate-based donut.
Mm-mm.
Okay, caramel-based.
No.
Nutella.
No.
What the fuck is this?
I know, right?
No, don't tell me. What the fuck? Fruit. Caramel.
All right. So
chocolate.
No.
Nutella.
Whatever.
What do you
So
get?
I'll just tell you.
Glazed.
No.
What the
So
fuck?
we got a Captain Crunch and Crunch Berries
Oh my god.
donut,
Okay.
which was awesome because it tasted like the frosting that they had was like milk, like a cereal bar frosting. So it had that frosting covered, and it was like big cake donuts. I'm talking like, I'm 6'4" by the way, so my hands are big. I'm talking like this big, the donut, like this high, like it was big, and it was covered the whole top half, not even just the top, like
If
top
it was
half.
like $6.50, it was like $1.51.
Dude, yeah, no, every single donut was like, the most expensive one we got was $160, $165. We got that. We got a dirt donut, which was like
Brown sugar.
Oreos. No, Oreos with
Dirt?
cream frosting.
Oh, cheese cream frosting?
No, like Oreo cream frosting. Goodness, Oz, you would be terrible at voodoo.
Dude, I'd be amazing.
a cream
Then
cheese donut with like Oreo crumbs on top.
And then we got a cake donut. Because those were yeast donuts. We got a cake donut. Like
yeast?
The thick ones, like the ones that are really like heavy. We got one of those. The typical like old fashioned donuts.
Okay, gotcha.
But it was like donut shaped, and it had toasted coconut on it, which that's the one that I got.
Oh,
but dude, I couldn't finish it. It was just too
dense.
heavy. Yeah, dude, it was so super dense. It was like biting into like a planet. I was like, ugh. I can taste like the Amazon.
When you say that, I imagine the story of Sisyphus. You know.
Why are we talking about Greek mythology again?
I don't fucking know. The story of Sisyphus where he's got to carry that fucking giant boulder, and I imagine that boulder being that donut.
But he doesn't have to carry it. He pushes it up a hill.
He does. He pushes it up only to have it fall down in perpetual, which is for all eternity. But I just imagine that donut being your rock, your boulder.
No, dude, I took like 2 bites out of it, and I was like, I'm done. And she's like, you don't want it? And Karen doesn't like coconut. So, like, we had to throw it away.
No!
But yeah, we got that, and then we got Dirty Bastard, I think it was called. It was like chocolate and peanut butter. It was like Reese's Pieces. Heavy. Like, that was really good too. But yeah, shit. I got really off topic there.
Heavy.
I forgot. Oh yeah. So Sunday afternoon, or actually Saturday afternoon and Sunday afternoon, what we did, we watched Shokugeki no Soma, Food Wars. Great anime. We caught up on Crunchyroll.
I was actually thinking like Food Network, like
yeah. So that's what we did. Like, dude.
Captain
Okay,
Chef,
if there has ever been a show, because here's the thing. For those of you viewers that don't really know
it's an anime about cooking.
Yeah. So for those of you that don't know me well, I am practical and lazy. Like, sloth lazy. Like, I will not cook. I won't put stuff in a microwave. I would rather pay someone to cook stuff for me, which is why I get fast food. $1 for someone else to make something for me? Why not? Make chicken sandwiches all the way. McDonald's, have it your way. Oh no, that's not. That's
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
I'm loving it.
This is the M right here. Boom.
Anyway, so yeah, I don't cook typically. Like my girlfriend and I cooked together for Valentine's Day, and that was like a special occasion. The dishes are still like in my sink. No, I'm kidding. We washed those. I do have dishes in my sink though because.
But I said that's like 2 weeks.
It has been 2 weeks, but we don't talk about that. So I don't cook. I just don't. It's a matter of principle. I have pots and pans. I have like things to use. I have like spices, but I don't cook. Shokugeki no Soma, the anime, has been like the closest I've gotten to want to cook.
Did they actually teach you how to cook?
I mean, they talk a lot about like the chemistry behind cooking and the principles and like these things that are like actually real.
So
like,
explain it. Is it like this kid shows up and he's like going to like a food?
Okay, so okay, I'll explain it. I'll explain it for those of you that have never seen it. Here goes. All right, so Soma is this kid who works at a restaurant like in a small town in Japan with his dad, and apparently like they're awesome. They work in like a little strip mall type deal, and a shopping district. And they have like this awesome, like fast, kind of like Japanese fast food restaurant that they work on together. And they're like amazing. Everything that they make makes people like mentally orgasm. Like straight up, like there's a lot of fan service in this anime. Like naked women like going with like shit like squirting out of them.
What the fuck?
And like their nipples and like vag are covered by like food, but everything else is like. Straight up, like you see naked women figured, you see naked men figured too. Like everyone orgasms with food, apparently.
So it's a show about orgasm?
Kind of, indirectly. So apparently, this food is like both Soma and his dad are just like amazing cooks. Like they just make amazing food. Like
I got the idea of the protein drink.
Oh yeah. So they make delicious food.
Okay.
And so his dad one day randomly decides like, hey, I'm taking off, and. You're not taking over the restaurant yet.
What is this panda bread?
It's sauce. It's sauce.
Hilarious.
Like we made sauce for like when Karen and I cooked together. We made special sauce for chicken and pasta.
Whoa! Are those Samoas?
Yes, they are.
Damn.
Delicious. So.
That's the best.
All right. So.
Cookie. Dude, people get so mad about
Samoas are the
people
best.
get so mad about that shit.
No, fucking Fat Man Supreme.
No. Samoas with the fucking coconut and the
trefoils.
caramel on top. Trefoils, dude. What? Who the fuck likes trefoils?
Dude,
who
people
buys
like
trefoils?
I wouldn't mind, like, if you gave me a free box of trefoils,
I'll eat, and I have. I'll eat the whole fucking box.
Mm-hmm.
I have. I'm not gonna lie.
No shame.
But dude, given the option, Samoas, and then fucking what's her name? Keebler Elves got real fucking like shady. Came out with their own fucking brand called like Coconut Dreams. Coconut Dreams.
You know that Breyers has Samoa's flavored ice cream.
Fucking, I don't know how much they got. They probably can make some. Dude, they made some mad money off that.
Dude, they make some mad money off of me in college.
Oh, right. So Coconut Dreams, right? The same fucking cookie, and I'll probably put up like little pictures just so you see it. Cookie.
Back down. You're really hot on the mic.
Same cookie. Yeah. It was like pink and yellow. The same cookie, but instead of, because Samoas use dark chocolate.
No, they don't. They use milk chocolate.
It says.
No. Go look it up. It's not dark chocolate. It's milk chocolate. I know because I do not like dark chocolate, and I would not eat Samoa if they were dark. Actually, I probably still would, but not as much. Anyway.
Dark chocolatey coating.
Ah, shit.
But it's definitely not. I mean, I've had some dark chocolate and dark.
It's very light if it's dark.
So that's the way they say it. Anyways, Coconut Dreams say milk chocolate. Same fucking cookie, literally. It's just like a sweeter milk chocolate.
Oh, that's awesome. I might have to switch.
Yeah.
And those are sold year round?
Yes.
Fuck Girl Scouts.
What's funny is when they first came out, they were sold out everywhere. Dude, I traveled to like 3 different Walmarts to find them. Because when you're not in season for Girl Scout cookies,
everyone else gets to keep their else Coconut Dreams.
Coconut Dreams. I fucking dream of coconut. Dude, I ate like 4 or 5 boxes. I'm terrible.
Dude, so Soma, Food Wars. So his dad goes off. He's like, hey, I'm taking off. He doesn't say anything like where he's going or whatever.
Oh, no.
And he's just like, hey, I'm taking off. Closing down the restaurant. Here, and he gives him a letter. And this is, if I remember right, because the first episode I watched like 6 months ago at least. So he gives him a letter, and he's like, I signed you up to go to this school. Don't disappoint me. And his dad just like takes off, right? He's like, what the hell? So he looks at it. It's like a culinary school, like the best like cooking food, like cooking school in like all of Japan.
Uh-huh.
So he's like, so this kid has like very practical experience in a restaurant, but he's never dealt with like these like foo chef, like sous chef,
ridiculous,
and all this shit people. So he goes to this school, and basically like they set him up with a trial, and it's like this chick with like huge boobs, and blonde hair. She's like, sets a trial, and he's like, well, and he's like one of like 30 or 50 people, and she's like, you have to make me a meal using this ingredient. It's like an egg. It's like, if it's not good, you don't get into this school. So he's transferring in because he's like halfway through the year or something. He's transferring in. So a whole bunch of people like try to make all these things. And she's like, oh, this is terrible. This is terrible. Apparently she's got the god tongue. Like her palate is just like amazing because she grew up tasting all these like fancy foods. So she's just got like a taste to appreciate like amazingness. It's like, no, this is all terrible. So he makes like something really simple, but like he uses like the ingredients that he had like really creatively to create like this like incredible like layering of flavor and like accentuates like the textures and all this stuff. Like they just go really into detail about like everything that he cooks. So he cooks this thing, and she's like orgasms, of course, in her mind, like food orgasm, squirting everywhere, and but then like in her mind she's like, no, I won't allow this transfer student to come in. She's like, no, this was terrible, it was disgusting, ew. And she's like, you won't get into the school. So she like runs out like half crying. He's like, oh well shit, whatever, I just go back home. And then he ends up getting a letter. It's like, oh, you got accepted. And he's like, oh well, I guess I got accepted. So like underlying tone, like there's a little bit of sexual tension between this guy and that girl, because like she hates him, but she's like obsessed with the fact that she hates him, so she kind of likes him. But anyway, so this kid's like really cocky, like because
he does.
He's cocky because like his dad is. You find out later, his dad's like this amazing chef that has like traveled the world around, and he grew up like he and his dad would have like battles where like they would try to like cook each other.
What?
Yeah, and then would like have their customers like who won? Who won? His dad always wins, of course, because his dad's like a better chef. But like because he's trained with like this dude, he's just like amazing at cooking. He knows all these secrets about like food and like chemistry and like.
Damn.
So they go into like all this detail about like food and layering of flavors and like spices and like the chemistry behind it and how like this affects this and how many seconds you're supposed to put this into the oven and how like it affects the tenderness and how the grain you're supposed to like put it a certain way with the oven so the heat like for meat. I was like, what? Like with this information I can make delicious food, but I'm like I can also go to McDonald's and still pay $1 for like a McChicken sandwich.
That ending to the story.
But yeah, like that's what we did this weekend. We watched because I know like she likes food, and it's actually a really funny anime too. So it's very entertaining. Like it's not just serious and like it doesn't just like
what's the name again?
Shokugeki no Soma, Food Wars, in English. Yeah. So just really good. Like it's 24 episodes I think right now. We were able to seriously. I watched like 3 episodes on my own, and then we watched the rest of it this weekend. So. It was pretty cool. I mean, I only fell asleep during 2 episodes, and that's because of Saturday night when we went to 6th Street.
God.
Yeah. It was, oh man. But it's entertaining, and it's fun, and now I have to read the manga to catch up, because I'm basically, the anime is about halfway through the manga, and yeah, I mean, it's really entertaining. So we started, like, we're probably like 5 episodes into the 2nd season.
You have no idea what happened to the dad?
Yeah, no, he comes back. Like he actually goes visits his son. Like his son got into like this dormitory that's like special. Like apparently everyone else is rich enough to like go home and then come back during the day, but he ends up getting into like this Polar Star dormitory, where coincidentally, like some of the best people back like 4 classes back ended up being, and like his dad was in that class, so. Like, he ends up being in the same room that his dad studied under, and his dad was just, like, this amazing chef there, and he was, like, second to, like, this other dude who's, like, amazing, and everyone recognizes this kid's talent. So he's got, like, these super high hopes, and he, like, surpasses all these, like obstacles every single time. He's like, oh, no, like, there was one time, which was a really cool episode, like, they had to serve, like, 200 servings to a whole bunch of guests. They have to create a buffet-style, like, dish using eggs.
And buffet-style dish using eggs.
Yeah, and he...
What do you do, quiche?
Well, no, he tried doing a souffle. Damn. But the problem is that a souffle is only good when you first make it fresh. So what happened is because people were getting distracted by all the other dishes, like his souffles would deflate over time. So they didn't look attractive and no one was eating them. So then he ended up having like... He had done like 10 plates, I think, 10 servings. And he had 30 minutes left of time to do another 190 to pass the test, because if you didn't pass, you get expelled. Like everything is like super dramatic. It's like if you don't pass this exam, you get expelled. And if you get expelled, you're never gonna have another like food like in your career. You're never gonna work with food. So he's like, oh no, he's like just like down on himself. He's like, I'm not gonna be able to do this. And then he remembers like assess the situation, think of the steps 1 through 3. His dad like talking to him at the restaurant. He's like, okay, Dad, I got this. He's like, all right. And he's like muttering to himself. And coincidentally, right, he's like in the same like kind of like cube, like stove area as the chick that hates him. And she's like, you're gonna fail. Like, you said you were gonna pass. Nah. And she's like, why are you talking to yourself? And he's like not even paying attention. He's like, all right, I got this. So all of a sudden he like grabs all the burners, like all the stove little burners that he could, and he starts like creating, like making the souffles like in person as people are asking for him. And then he's doing it like in such a cool way, like he's working super fast, like doing all this that everyone's like, oh my gosh, it looks awesome. So like everyone comes do his thing, and then they start eating them fresh, like they're supposed to be. And it's like in 30 minutes he's able to like barely scrape by with 200.
Damn.
So yeah, so it's just like constantly like ridiculous situations, but it's really cool. So all of it's like, oh, food, oh wow, this is awesome, oh wow, like I want to cook, but then I'm like, do I really want to cook? No.
It's crazy. I mean, it is intimidating that if you really think about it. The whole idea of like chemically changing food or making a meal. You know what I'm saying?
Well, what it makes me think about, because I was watching it, and like anytime that I watch like film or movies, because I've had the opportunity, thankfully, to be like on set. Like I was an extra in several TV shows. I was in an independent film. So, like, I started, like, whenever I watch movies or TV shows, I'm always constantly thinking in the back of my mind, like, what did this look like? Like, how awkward or weird was this when you were recording it? Like Reno 911, for example, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I watched that show. That show's hilarious. But if you start watching it from the point of, like, being on set with them, you're like, dude, how do you live with yourself, like, acting this stupid all the time? Like, over and over again. How many takes does this require to get, you know, this scene done?
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh my gosh. So I'm thinking of Shogeki no Soma, and I'm, like, constantly thinking, it's like, crap, I actually forgot what I was going to say. Damn it. I completely, like, had a train of thought going, and
how
as I started
must
talking...
be, so like, how awkward must be to, like, film...
No.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking of, like the difficulty of actually yeah. This is where I was going. The difficulty of actually being a chef at, like, a fancy restaurant, because they get into that at one point.
Yeah.
Like, near the end of what's currently on Crunchyroll, they get into, like, this one chef who, like, went from Japan to France to, like, establish himself, like, get accredited, basically, right?
Mm-hmm.
Lex, get out of the blinds. I see you. You don't blend into the blinds. You're a black and white cat.
You dummy.
But then I started thinking, it's like, when you're the head chef, right? You control what's on the menu. Like, the menu is, like, your sole responsibility. Like,
True.
having the creativity,
True.
but also, like, upholding the expectations of the what's in your restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that falls on you. And I started thinking about it, and I was like, dude, that must suck. Like, that must be hard. Like, I have a job where, like, I'm an accountant. So it's pretty easy to know, like, what to expect. Like, I chose accounting because it's very stable. It's pretty easy. Like, yeah, this is what, like, sometimes the work is difficult, but it's nothing like, oh my gosh, like, I have to be creative and, like, come up with, like, ideas on my
Is
own.
it difficult, or is it just, like, a mass?
Yeah, I know, sometimes it can be a little difficult depending on the situation, the people you're dealing with.
Okay, gotcha.
But, like, it's nothing like the pressure of being like, holy crap, like, I have to come up with all the menu items for my restaurant and hope that it succeeds. And if people don't like it, or if I get one bad review from, like, a major, like, food tasting
that has a
blogger,
severe impact on you.
like, wow, like, all of a sudden more pressure on me to, like, do better, you know?
Yeah.
So they do go through that pretty well. So yeah, if you're into anime or if you're into food, there you go. That was my 17-minute spiel.
It'd be cool to own, like, a food truck, though. You know what I'm saying? It'd be super cool.
So
to own a food
unhygienic,
truck.
so gross.
I mean, obviously you have to get, like, checked off and everything else. You know, cleanliness, I don't think that'd be an issue. I think just the idea of, like, what would work. I've always had this idea of doing, like, you know,
Pancakes.
specialized pancakes.
I know, dude.
Like, savory and sweet, both.
I know, I remember. You've talked about this for a while, and I'm surprised that you haven't actually tried to, like, at least start cooking some pancakes.
I have. I actually have.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
It's fucking on with, like, different fruits, techniques and stuff like that.
You said on a whole bunch of cat litter.
Did you?
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Rip.
You're getting dying now.
What? Stop. Why are you trying to open the thing? Like, it's just a box. I don't even have that mouse anymore. I don't even know why I have that case.
Cool. It's really heavy, too. Does it have weight in it? From the actual mouse?
The mouse? Yeah, the mouse is supposed to have weights, I think. I don't remember, but I think it does. I don't know. I don't use it anymore.
Really cool pack. I'm just really...
No, Razer. It's there's one thing about Razer, and this Razer peripherals and computers or whatever, because now they make computers and stuff. Like,
they do make computers now.
Yeah, they have, like, good packaging. They have coasters. They have, like, stickers. They have a whole bunch of stuff, and that's why I keep their boxes, just because there's so much stuff packed into their packaging. I'm just like, hey, why not?
Oh, this is the actual book.
Yeah, no, it's like the care. It tells you where to download the software, the drivers, and all that stuff, and then you got a sticker with the logo. Razer, get in the game. I have no idea if that's their slogan.
EA, get in the game.
No, it's in the game.
It's in the game. There you go.
EA Sports. It's in the game. I remember that because I remember playing like in 1993, FIFA. 1993, dude, that game was fun. Little people, and there was like, and like the turbo was like infinite or whatever, so you could just like outrun the ref. Like there's a video on Facebook that searched recently where like a guy does a dirty foul and he just like outruns the ref because he's so fast. He's like the ref is trying like it wouldn't stop you. You can control your player until the ref like got to you to give you a card or to call the foul. And the guy's just like running around the field, and the ref is just like running after him, but he's not fast enough to catch up.
Broken.
It's genius.
This is nice. Is this the docking station for it?
Yeah, because it's supposed to be like it has a wireless functionality.
Dude, gorgeous.
Yeah, it sucks that my ex ended up like taking the whole thing without this part because it's like where it really shines. It's like that's why it costs $145. It's because you're able to like do wired or wireless, and it looks very sleek. Like the presentation of it's like really nice, but she stole my mouse and left the packaging in the box and everything. So, oh well. But yeah, speaking of games, Fire Emblem, Fates, Birthright.
Oh, how's that been going?
It's been going awesome. I have about 17 hours in now. I'm still only on mission 12, but that's only because I've gotten so distracted about like creating relationships in that game. Because it has like a relationship feature where like if you get people like in a relationship, they get married and then have a kid.
And then you can control the
kid.
And
then you can recruit the kid into your army.
Wait. Does the kid have like a stats based on both people?
So the kid gets their looks based on like their class is defined by their father, and their hair color and other like characteristics are based on the mother. So it's really cool. Like basically, I spent my bus rides to Austin and back just doing these like grind missions. Like they're like special scout missions that you only get in the easy version of the game, Birthright, not Conquest. And like they don't do anything for story, but they're just there to like grind experience, get items, get money, stuff like that.
Okay.
So I kept doing these specifically like I would choose less people in my army so that these people would work together to like build their bond. So I ended up having like 3 or 4 kids this weekend, as far as like different pairs, different couples go in the game. And I went through one of the recruit missions today, and it was super difficult. Like it was not easy. So got that, and I've got like 3 more to do. Yeah, like to do the recruit mission, like you have to be like pretty high level. So yeah, dude, it is not as easy as I thought it would be. Sorry, I just got like 2 texts from Verizon. Yeah, I just recently upgraded. So my brother's really bad at using data, like really bad. Like he used like 3 gigs in 2 days. He used 3 gigs in 2 days. I don't know.
He fucking
like
hikes all the time. How is he?
That's probably why. Like he's watching Netflix like in the country or something. I don't know.
Doesn't make any sense. I feel like I don't like the stars. Fuck it, I'm gonna go watch The Flash on Netflix.
I gotta catch up. Gotta catch up. New episode came out. The new season of Family Guy came out. I gotta watch it.
That makes sense.
So I have no idea, but like in the first week of February, he had already used like 2 gigs, 2.5 gigs. And I'm like, dude,
in 1
how?
week?
Yeah, in 1 week, I was like, how? Like, you understand? Like, I got a notification like you've already used like 50% of your like
quota for the month.
Quota, and it was actually not 50. It was like 25, but it was so early. I was like, how did this happen? And I'm like, did I maybe like I've been messaging with Karen? Did I do it?
That's not gigs.
No, I had used less than a gig, and he had used 2.5. I was like, all right. So I told him like, hey, look, watch out, like slow your roll. And then sure enough, like we were sharing 10 gigs between the 2 of us, right? My brother and I.
He's already used 25% of it.
No, in the beginning, and then he ended up using like I'll tell you right now, like I'll tell you how much he's already used. Like he used over 5 gigs like last week. He was already at like 5.8.
What does he do?
I have no clue what he does. So yeah, he's at like 6.14 right now.
Gigs?
Yeah, gigs. So I had to like upgrade. I was like, all right, I either pay $15 a month for 1 gig extra, or I pay $20 a month and we get 5 extra gigs, right? So I told him, I was like, hey, you're paying this month for the overage, and we're upgrading our data plan because you can't control it. He's like, yeah, that's fine. But yeah.
What do you do?
Dude, I don't know. How do you use that much data without
Just
like
Facebook scrolling?
No, I Facebook scroll all the freaking time. But I'm not using that much data, and I like look at videos. I share them. I'm getting
Yeah,
like
you do.
I
do
share a lot on Facebook.
It makes you question what the fuck is eating.
Dude, I have no idea. Porn.
Audie, what do you do, man?
Tell us. Is it pornography? Is it bestiality?
Actually, I was thinking about making that joke. I don't know if it was too soon or not.
I mean, he wants to be a pastor, so I probably shouldn't make that joke. But is it? but seriously, is it?
Just 15 gigs, man.
Yeah, dude. We're podcasting. Just telling my girlfriend.
Dude, I want to go back to Fork and Vine.
Oh, dude, that place is awesome. Fork and Vine is
so
just like
ridiculous. Hey,
place in Austin.
Whenever you go back to Austin, I'm gonna go with you.
Probably gonna go
just for that place.
Like the third week of March, I think.
Perfect. That means we can go to New Mexico. Go filming in the Rockies.
What? How does going to Fork and Vine transfer into New Mexico?
Third week in March. Second week in March. Head out.
Maybe. Possibly. But Fork and Vine, for those of you that don't know, is this place in Austin that has an all-you-can-eat brunch on the weekend.
Lord, unbelievable.
It's $25 for all-you-can-eat. They have brisket, sausage, bacon. They have these really nice small biscuits and gravy. They have sliced salmon.
Smoked salmon.
Oh, I don't know. But the food, like, I'm not a foodie, but that food is great. But it's very rich is the thing. Like, I went in there and, you know, you buy the all-you-can-eat buffet, the brunch. And I had like 3 plates, and that's all I could do. And I felt like I left hating myself. Like, I had eaten that much. Like, it just felt like my stomach, like, I felt sick the rest of the day because I ate so much.
Oh.
Like, the food, and I didn't eat that much. Like, I didn't pack my plates either. Like, I had plenty of space. I didn't mix foods. Like, made it look presentable. And I finished, and I was just like, dude, why? Like, their food is just rich in flavor and just, like, dense.
It was. I remember when I went.
All right, you know what? Explain to them about Fork and Vine. I'm going to go to the restroom.
Go ahead.
In the meantime?
When I went, mostly I did this. I did a bunch of protein. I did salmon, the brisket. In the brisket, they give you this jalapeno with this, like, Louisiana kind of like very acidic kind of sauce for the barbecue, like brisket barbecue. And then I did a smoked sausage, smoked salmon, as well as bacon. They just had like regular bacon, which was okay. Considering that everything else was kind of had its own thing, like smoked salmon, or quail eggs, which they actually had like a quiche, like they had like a quiche omelet, which is delicious. And then for dessert, what did they have for dessert? It's a bunch of doughy bread. Didn't really make a lot of sense to me. I stayed away from that. Eddie probably ate a bunch of that bread and got filled up, but I definitely did not. But man, it was phenomenal. Plus the environment was gorgeous. Like, you sit down, and it's just you, and it's like this really open environment. I was talking about the actual location, Eddie.
Yeah, I
super cool, man.
Apparently, I met my Fitbit step goal without actually stepping anywhere. I've just been sitting here, but tight,
It's
sweet,
still active?
being healthy. Yeah, dude. All day, every day. Fitbit. If you want to be active and lose weight, get a Fitbit. Go to Fitbit.com and put the promo code. I'm kidding.
Oh.
But see, we
Not
can do
what
so
you
many plugs
expected.
so easily. Like, we should get sponsored by something.
What was the Super Bowl? What's his face? What did he say?
Pokemon.
No,
20 years of
I'm
Pokemon.
gonna-
Celebrating
I'm gonna
20
go
years.
home and drink some.
Yeah, I'm gonna drink some Budweiser, get some Papa John's, and buy some auto insurance from State Farm. Like, dude,
he
Peyton Manning, like, so quickly. Like, he said it multiple times too. It wasn't just once that he said it.
plugged.
He was like, "Yeah, what are you gonna do now?" "Well, I'm gonna go home and drink a whole bunch of Budweiser." It's like, all right, we get it.
You're invested.
You're invested, but yeah. So like I was saying, headphones.
Yeah, headphones. Invested.
But yeah, like I was saying, I don't necessarily do like spend money on healthy things. Like if I want to buy like clothes, for example, right? I get really cheap. I'm like, I see a shirt, I'm like, ooh, $50 for a button up, for a button down, like a dress shirt? No, it's too expensive. And the problem is, and here's where the problem really started with that, like being cheap with clothing. I worked in retail for like 6 years. So I got like badass discounts all the time. So I know how cheap the clothes can actually be sold for. So I'm like, well, it's on clearance for this much. I paid this much. Like I was able to, when I worked at Armani, I was able to get like a full suit for $80, an Armani suit for $80. Like I'm not gonna pay the $120 for the pants if I used to be able to get the full suit for $80. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It doesn't make a lot of sense.
So, but if you tell me it's like, hey, this graphics card is like perfect for the Oculus Rift.
Fuck yes.
It's $350. Like, oh,
Two of them, please.
All right,
SLI.
yeah, I'll SLI the
Yeah,
shit.
fucking cross it. Not crossfire, but
Yeah. So my priorities are a little mixed up.
no, I'm the same way.
And also food. Like now that I'm dating my girlfriend, we've been dating since August last year. Now that we've been dating, like before, like if I'm by myself, right, my food budget for the week is like $50. Like I do not spend money on food. I eat McDonald's, I eat Taco Bell. I'll splurge on like a nice salad every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
But like that's it. Like I don't spend more than $10 on a meal, typically.
Yeah.
And then the weekend comes by, and my girlfriend either comes up here or I go down there.
And you guys
It's like,
experiment.
bam, like last weekend I spent, or like the last 2 weekends, not counting this last one, I spent like $350 on food in 4 days.
Damn.
That's just like eating out with my girlfriend. We went out and we just bought food. So I'm also very
Still
stupid
though,
about that.
it's also like the experience though for it. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Like
no, I mean definitely. Like that's why I do
going
it.
out and eating. It's,
Don't get me wrong. It's
a
like
cool fucking
if it were
experience.
me, like I said, like I would not go anywhere. But it's the whole thing about like I know that she likes it. It's making her happy. It's getting the whole food experience. Like when we went to Uchi for her birthday, right?
Yeah.
Uchi, like here in Dallas, is nice. Like I could not get a reservation with a week ahead of time. So it was nice. We went in. We like had to wait outside a little bit. It was a little bit cold, but like when we dressed up, we went to uptown or like downtown and sat down. We were super lucky. Like one of my good friends that I met like when I used to play Street Fighter.
Mm-hmm.
He was trying to like be a competitive Street Fighter player. I met him like through another friend, through Melvin.
Mm-hmm.
I met him like years ago, and he was actually one of the servers, the waiters there, and we got him as a waiter. So I was like, oh shit, dude, what's up? Like, how's it going? So he told us like everything I needed to know. He gave recommendations. He got my girlfriend because it was her birthday. He got her like a complimentary like dish also, and like that was probably like the most expensive meal I've ever had by far. Like
What was
Uchi.
it?
Oh, dude, it was like $200, like for two of us, and we didn't eat that much. We really did not eat that much. But it was like, oh, dude, it was awesome. But the whole thing, it was like all about the experience. You know, we went. It had just been rated like the #1 like restaurant to go to in Dallas by some blog, like a well-known blog. I don't remember. I saw a list of like the top 10, and Uchi was #1. So I was like, I'm taking her like on her birthday. She likes food. I'm taking her for it. So it was that full experience. Like, yeah, even though we had to wait outside, we got like hors d'oeuvres. We got like to taste like a couple of wines, and then we went inside and had the whole experience with like really nice waiter, and like it was freaking awesome. So yeah, that's why I do it. Like, I know it's really expensive, but yeah, it is all about the full experience. It is all about like sharing that experience. It's not only like going by myself and going to Uchi or going with a friend. It's like going with my girlfriend and sharing this like awesome experience that I know that she really likes.
True.
So yeah, totally worth it. Totally worth it. It's okay that I don't have
Is
new
Japanese fusion?
No, it's not really fusion. So they try to be so it's weird. Like they don't do like American fusion, they're traditional, but they do like they have Japanese creativity. Like they try to stay traditional to the dishes. Like their sushi is very traditional. It's well cut. It's like very fresh. Everything that they do is like high end Japanese in a way. Mm-hmm. But they do take some like creativity. So it's like it's not like you won't find a California roll.
Yeah.
At Uchi, but you're gonna find like some like badass nigiri sushi that's like well done, fresh with like a nice like creative twist to it that makes it unique. That makes you want to go there.
Gotcha.
And the atmosphere is also really cool. It's like kind of like dimly lit, but like nice. And there's a whole bunch of people. There's hustle and bustle. It was nice. It was nice. Oh, honestly, like it was a very expensive meal, but it was totally worth it. Like, I know that there's people out there that spend way more than $200 on a meal. But dude, like that's a lot of money. Like for me, it was, big. So
that's cool as long as you enjoyed it.
Oh yeah, like it was. I don't know how much like she'll remember it, but like I'll never forget that meal. Like I have a couple pictures where like I just took of her like kind of candidly while she was like looking at the menu and while she was tasting stuff, and it's just perfect.
Made the night.
Mm-hmm. Totes my goats. But yeah, man. Just it's not what I expected. See, we did it again.
Done.
All right, there is too much silence in the last like 30 seconds.
Nah, I'm just passing out.
You gotta stop, man. You can't be passing out.
What
you expected is not what we expected when we began to expect Oz high energy.
We should have started a what's it called? Time duration.
Time lapse.
No, what time was just fucking cool. I did one yesterday.
Oh.
No, for the videos, like
expected time length.
Then also when
it's been like 2 hours. And we've actually gotten I'm
now
surprised.
We're 21. That's gonna be like
right now, yeah. But I'm surprised. Like
I wonder if it's
we got 2 new subscribers. No, we have a higher frame rate this time. Not as much blur. We fixed it. We finally fixed it. So hopefully there will be no problems with the audio sync. That's as much as we can do without like paying money.
Is there like a set time that we should put these out? Or just like whenever?
Well, I want to.
Because so far the biggest thing has been the fucking technical like.
Well, yeah, we've had technical issues. So I'm using the Logitech 920C or C920 webcam, and we had no idea that if you click this little thing called right light, the frame rate gets dropped to 15 frames a second instead of 30.
Brighter. So dumb. And I guess it's intended for like live streaming.
Yeah, I think it is for live streaming. So it just like gives more light. It's like in a darker room. It like brightens things up. But it was doing 2 things. It was one, making our light way too hot because I do have a white floodlight that we use. Mm-hmm. So it was making it way too hot, like way too bright. Shit, little fly.
It's the same one?
No. I killed that one. And 2, it was decreasing the frame rate to 15 frames a second, and every once in a while, because it was like processing everything, it would skip a frame or skip a couple of frames. So then what happened last time, it was like 30 minutes into the video, the audio and the video desynced. So that was a pain. That was a huge pain, but we were able to like together work on it, resolve it. Then we finally researched, Googled, and found out that if you turn off right light from Logitech, you get 30 frames a second. So now we can do this, and you can actually see our hand instead of just like a blur. Explosions.
Imagination. Oh, that was a good show.
Imagination.
SpongeBob.
Oh.
No, I don't know how he did that.
Yeah, he does. He does it. He hits his like.
Oh, for
throat.
the sound.
Like he does some weird shit.
The sound actor.
Mm-hmm. The voice actor, yeah. But yeah. Anyway, I'm really surprised. Like we've got over 20 views in each video with minimal advertising.
There's been no.
Like you've shared it on Facebook, but I haven't really shared it anywhere.
There's been no advertising at all. Just like,
and we got 2 new subscribers. We have. I got 2 new subscribers.
Are you putting like hashtags and stuff?
Yeah, I am. I am actually tagging it. I am actually putting a description.
There's gonna be some weird hashtags in this one.
Oh yeah.
Fucking A.
Pedophile.
No, don't.
Bestiality. Porn.
Dude.
Tits, probably.
No,
orgasms, squirting,
orgasms.
Food orgasms.
Food orgasms.
Squealing.
Foodies. Is this in here?
No, that mouse actually. That's my portable mouse. Like I tell you, like their packaging's legit.
Why don't you do like reviews?
Because like
kind of like what's its face?
Unbox therapy.
Yes.
Because one, I don't have a backdrop to make my like scene look all serene. I'm not gonna move this desk again.
No, you just need a camera. Camera right there with a wide angle lens.
I need to buy a tripod. I need to buy like more light fixtures.
I have lights.
Well, I mean, are we gonna do this every day? Are we gonna schedule like? Let me get my planner in, and then we can start scheduling stuff.
Do you have a camera?
I do. I have 2 actually.
You can do product reviews.
I can do a lot of reviews.
You can be the guy, and I can.
Let me review this camera, Samsung.
I can be the unbox. I can be the what was it, Phil? Is that the guy behind it?
I don't know.
Hey Phil.
Full HD CMOS 6.4 megapixel.
So a CMOS is like a type of sensor.
See, he should be doing the unboxing
really
therapy.
the same.
Stop it! Don't touch it.
Let me just see.
Don't touch it. Look, swivel handle. So it's perfect for those like under angle views for underskirt, upskirt. Beautiful, especially voyeur, like underneath the stall. Perfect for that because it's very comfortable. It has flash, so whenever you're trying to like get that perfect picture, you can scare someone into that perfect reaction pose of them like covering themselves.
How old is that camera?
This camera is actually a little old. Like I got this in college, and the real reason why I got this camera is because it does 300 frames per second for 10 seconds. So it was actually one of the first. It was when the point and shoot video cameras started coming out and started becoming a little mainstream. Like it does have a hard drive, but it was like when hard drive and flash cards, like SD cards, became the place to record on.
This is where the money is.
Yeah. I got a fisheye lens.
Is gorgeous,
isn't it? Guess how much I paid for it?
How much?
Like $25.
Really?
Yeah. Guys, $25 fisheye lens. And here's the reason why, right?
It works.
Yeah, of course it does. It's a good fisheye lens. Like, hey, it'll get a huge range. Like, it is a good fisheye lens. So the reason why I got that lens originally.
Whoa! What?
Yeah, like you can. It's huge. Like that is for like skateboard videos.
Okay, unbox there. We have to do some unboxing videos just for this. What the fuck?
You're funny.
No, it's the sweater.
Oh.
I thought it was a cat, and the cat is usually nothing was said.
So I do martial arts tricking, or I used to do it. Really, I don't really do it that much anymore. But when I was in the University of Alabama, I didn't have a gym that I used to go to. So I used to go to the rec center, the actual weight gym that Alabama provided, and they had this combative arts room that was like slightly padded, but it was very small. So I quickly I bought the camera because I wanted to record like my tricks in slow motion and analyze them to get better. But what I quickly realized as an issue was that the room was so small, and this is not a wide angle lens on the camera, that I couldn't actually my actual field of view in the room was so small that I could only get like one trick, and I couldn't do combinations of tricks. So at first I kind of dealt with it, and then I realized like I can't do this. Like I had another Samsung camera before this, and I had bought a fisheye lens for it. Not as aggressive as this one, because this one's ridiculous. Like this is seriously like 160 degrees of view. But yeah, I like looked online, and I saw some that were ridiculously expensive. This one I was able to get from like China for like $25, and bought it, and it made it difficult to get a tripod because I never had a full-on tripod. I had like tiny tripods, and it makes it really top heavy because it's a very.
I
heavy
knew
lens.
it would be 8 gigs. I don't know why.
Because that's all I could afford when I was in college. So it's 8 gig internal hard drive, and then I had an 8 gig SD card on it. And I never recorded in HD when I used to have this camera because my computer at the time couldn't run 1080p. So everything I did was 720 or standard frame.
Now it's like
Standard definition.
4K.
I know, but like this camera still records in 1080p and it records really well. Like I'm kind of sad. Like I should start taking this to Jump Street when we go and tumble because Oz and I still tumble on a weekly basis. We typically go Tuesdays and we go to a trampoline park and do flips and stuff. So I mean, so recording this and uploading it to YouTube, like alongside of this, make a different playlist.
Dude, a vlog? This would be so good for a vlog.
Oh no, it's perfect because the great thing about this. So you do this right, but typically when you have like when you have a little screen on the side, what ends up happening a lot is you tend to look at the screen instead of to look at the camera, right? So with my other one, the Sony that I bought recently, that one does have an already wide angle lens, so it's pretty easy to like record yourself. But that one, because it's kind of like a cheap version, only turns on, like you don't turn it on by actual power, you turn it on by opening the viewfinder, right? And in order to record yourself, you have to turn it on, face yourself, and like record this way. And I'm still not looking at this, I'm looking at the camera. But the cool thing about this one is for vlogs, it's super awesome because I can actually have it turned on and recording like this with the viewfinder closed, save battery, and just actually record this. I don't have the viewfinder to distract me.
Dude,
I can just look at the lens.
It's actually pretty small, dude.
No, it's very portable. It's a little heavy. It's a little heavy, but like this is perfect. Like I can record myself here, and because of the wide angle lens, I can see like my chest from this distance.
You could.
Except like my nose will look huge because I already have kind of a big nose, and then I go this way, and with the fisheye, it's just like.
Yeah, features get overdrawn.
But yeah, this is unbox therapy right here, Samsung. Yeah, of course, dude.
Let me see the bottom of it.
This is still like my favorite camera. Like it is great.
I'll bring you a tripod, some lighting. Let's do it. Let's do the first one.
All right, we're gonna do it. I don't know what we're gonna do. We're gonna shoot a porno in fisheye. We totally are. And it's got like buttons here or like stuff here for.
Well, yeah, you can stream out, but it's.
Wait, it had a thing for a mic also.
A mic input?
I think so.
Well, we can always record the audio. We can always record the audio on the blue mic.
I know, but like it's not the same.
Hold on, maybe it's down here somewhere.
No, it's not down there. It's just a power button. Oh no, it is right here. Mic. Boom. 3.5 millimeter.
Dude, it's not digital though.
I mean, I'm sorry. Sorry, this camera was like $350 back in the day. Actually, it cost me like $400.
Yeah, if we did like the blue mic on top.
Let's see, does the battery still work?
No, it's dead.
No, it's dead. But yeah, I had the charger. Actually, I'm pretty sure this charges. Actually,
we should do it though. We should do it for.
Yeah, I'll charge this because I have the charger somewhere. I just have to find it.
You have tons of peripherals too.
Well, like I said, like I spend money on stupid shit. Like I am very okay with apparently like just wasting money when it's dumb.
Like I'm looking around and there's like literally, like just in this corner alone.
No, you don't even know, dude. Like I have an orb weaver, which is like a keypad. I also have a G13, I think is what it was called, which is a Logitech G-pad. Yeah, dude, right over here.
Oh, this.
Well, that's the orb weaver. So I got these two things right here. See, now he got me distracted and got me excited about stupid peripherals. So I got the keypads. Like I don't use them because I have an awesome mechanical keyboard, Corsair K70, K60, I don't know. Corsair K something.
You got two more?
Yeah, dude, I told you. Like this one's awesome because it displays on-screen stats. Like this is an LED.
Is it mechanical?
No. This one is not either. Is it? No, this one is.
Yes.
Yeah, this was expensive.
Oh, give me that.
The Orb Weaver was expensive because it was the I waited for it to not be the Ouroboros or whatever original Razer one. This one's mechanical.
What the fuck?
Yeah, no, that one's really nice. But I mean, I have a freaking mechanical keyboard, so like, I regret spending money on those two things. This one's really cool because this one, like I said, displays like an LED of stats. For example, this one works with Guild Wars 2, which I was playing at the time. It has a little indentation, so it's really comfortable. It's got a ton of buttons, and they're all customizable. So you can literally, and you can set profiles that are stored onto the G13. So you can have like games for days and be like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna go to my friend's place and play with this. Or if you, for example, you set this up on your PC and you have a laptop like I do, a gaming laptop, and you want to go LAN at a friend's place, you can take your gaming laptop and save your profiles for the games on this, and not have to worry about setting it up again.
Are you doing gaming right now?
No.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm just saying, like, this thing is like, that's why I bought it. I was really excited. This thing works really well. It's just not mechanical. And after a while, like, if you use it with too many games, it gets really confusing. Because I used to use this for, like, first-person shooters and MMOs and stuff like that. And then I was like, wait, so this key is, oh shit, crouch, no. Oh, it's melee, no, it's reload, oh, what the hell? And then I would die. You can't do that. You can't do that.
This is awesome.
Yeah, no, this thing is... And this one, the cool thing about this one, the Orb Weaver, I read reviews for this one way before it came out. Like, I love the Orb Weaver because it's so customizable. Like, you get a swivel right here on the palm. Like, you get distance right here on the palm rest.
Oh, no,
You get distance up here also on the thumb rest, and angle as well. So it's just like, this one's highly customizable and made to like really fit your hand. The problem is that my hands are massive. Like, they're not normal size hands. So this one barely fit my hand. And some of
this
the
one
keys,
doesn't
like,
fit my hands at all.
No, that one's awesome because that one fits my big hand. Like, that one's really good for the, but this one feels good. But like, a lot of keys are awkwardly positioned, especially for long fingers.
Yes.
So it was just, and I don't like the thumb. The actual joystick on this one is like very clicky. The joystick on the G13 is awesome. Like, this one has some weight to it, some heft, and you can actually like.
Yeah.
This one's good. Like, if you're looking for a good joystick,
just moving stuff around, it just clicks.
Yeah, it's just a very clicky one. That one has like 4 sensors. This one actually like feels like a full-on joystick.
Yeah, that just clicks for like no reason.
So yeah, like I said, I have a lot of peripherals that I've already wasted money on. So yeah, I guess we could do really old, outdated reviews.
Well, you don't know, because people still buy stuff. I mean, this stuff is still on the market.
I mean, what I would love to review recently is the Corsair Void headphones that I bought him for Christmas. I bought Oz a pair of headphones.
Those are nice. I'll bring them.
And I just saw them. They just released the white ones. So I'm thinking of getting those. But don't tell my girlfriend. Don't tell Karen. Because I was looking at them today. I was like, oh, they came out in white.
They sound really good.
I bet they do. And they're comfortable.
They
like,
are.
They're over the ear. They go through the ear.
I'd have to hear the Audio Technicas to make a... I'd have to hear them back and forth on the...
So here's the thing. The Audio Technicas...
On the same track.
The Audio Technicas, the sound on those. Because I got the Audio Technicas M50Xs.
Staple.
Those sound beautiful. Like, the actual, like, sound stage on those headphones is...
For the money.
Is unlike any of the headphones that I have, any of the earbuds that I have. Like, nothing compares quite to them. Like, the deeps, the lows.
How much were they?
Ooh, man, I don't remember. Like 120?
Do you have them?
Yeah.
Where are they?
They're in my room right now. Yeah, right here. Audio Technicas M50X. I got them on flash sale on Amazon. And those things are just...
Aren't there like M70s or M90s?
No, what? No, it's I don't think they're 50 millimeter. I don't think the driver is 50. No, they're 45 millimeter drivers.
No, I'm saying, aren't there M50s, M70?
Oh, probably. Like, yeah, they're just bigger ones than these. Like, these are just nice. The problem with these is, like, they're comfortable for the first, like, 3 hours. And my deal is, like, Oz, it might work for him. Like, I have big ears. Like, because my nose is big, typically, like, I learned this from drawing.
You're 6'4", Eddie.
I'm 6'4". So nothing's really designed quite for me. But typically, your ear goes from, like, the top, like, your brow is the top of the ear where your brow is, and then with the bottom of your nose is where the bottom of your ear typically falls. Like, that's something that you learn when you're drawing portraits. So I have a big nose, it's long, and I have pretty high brows, so my ears are kind of big. And With this, it's supposed to be an over the ear, but my ear doesn't quite fit in. So there's always a part of me, whether it's like the top of the ear or the bottom of the ear, it's always being pressured.
M70s, dude.
So after like 3 hours, that's where it starts. Like after 2.5 hours, where it starts really hurting a part of the ear, and I have to like move it. And when you're like moving the ear around, it like kind of clogs the ear canal a little bit, so you don't get the same sound. So I really want to try these Corsair Voids. Because supposedly they're designed to be like completely fit around the ear,
do.
like completely engulf it and be really comfortable.
I'll
And
bring them.
and not only that, they look beautiful. Like that's what I really want. Because I was thinking of getting some the Astros.
Yeah.
Because those look nice.
The A40s.
The A40s. I wanted to get the A40s with the mix amp, but for the money, like they're just too expensive. They're way too expensive. They're too pricey.
$250.
They're $300 with the amp. It's just like.
It's hard to reason that.
Because primarily the reason why I like them more than anything else is because of their look. Like they're very sleek. They're like they're not big and bulky. But the Corsair Voids did that. Like they're very sleek. They have a really nice mic. The mic looks really good.
That's true.
And they look just like beautiful. And it doesn't help that I already have a Corsair mouse and a Corsair keyboard, so it would kind of like fit what I'm working with.
Yes, it does.
I strongly believe in Corsair. Like I used to be all about Razer, which is why I have the Razer Orb Weaver. I had the Mamba. I had the Naga Pro. Like I also used to have like the 360, the Xbox 360 controller.
This mouse is pretty
super
fast, man.
Well, yeah, it's 6400 PS DPI.
DPI.
So, yeah,
That's insanely fast.
so it's the RGB version of the Corsair. I just make it red so it matches my keyboard because I had the red keyboard. I can make that. Yeah, I can make that color to be whatever I want it to be.
Yeah, same thing with the headphones, but I just made them red.
Yeah, I mean the headphones. You can't see them. I can't see them. I don't care. I can see my keyboard and my mouse, but my keyboard's only red. Like it's a K60. It's strictly red.
Yeah.
Or it's a K70.
It's a K70 with the cherry red switches.
Yeah, with the cherry red switches and the red LEDs. Like right after I got this one, like 3 weeks after I got it, the RGB version came out, and I was so pissed because it was the same price. Like they dropped the price of this one, and the RGB was 130. I was like, you've got to be kidding me.
I got mine for like 129 too.
Yeah, whatever.
From France.
I mean, it's still like I love it.
Amazing. It's the same keyboard.
It's a beautiful keyboard, and it is just feels.
It works so well.
If you haven't actually felt the mechanical keyboard like the Corsair, because I have a Quickfire, a CM Storm Quickfire at work. Like that's what I got at work, and the keys I had to replace. I replaced all the keycaps with professional APB keycaps, and even then, like the switches feel cheap. Like some of them are a little bit loose. The space bar, especially the bigger keys, just feel cheaply made. And the switches for the Corsair are all solid. Every single one of them just feels good.
Probably explain what switches are. I don't think people gotta know.
Doesn't matter. If you want to know what switches are for a mechanical keyboard, I highly recommend you Google it. Like, you're not gonna get a mechanical keyboard because it's like cheaper. You're not gonna get a mechanical keyboard because it's more comfortable necessarily. You get a mechanical keyboard because you want a mechanical keyboard.
That's true.
So if you want, or if you're even slightly interested, I highly recommend you either Googling it, looking up like mechanical keyboard switches. Like usually it's Cherry MX or like the more mainstream switches that you're gonna get almost everywhere. And look at the different colors because the different colors mean different things. Like reds mean low activation pressure, and usually they're straight. Whereas with a blue, you get a click, an audible click, and they have slightly higher actuation pressure required. Then there's greens that Razer kind of did for a little bit, which is like shorter actuation distance, but they also have the blue click. Then you have browns, which have a tactile feel, but they're quieter than a blue. They don't actually like make a sound. Then you have clears, you have blacks, you have all that, whatever. There's a lot of stuff.
There's a whole community on Reddit that all they do is mod keyboards, and dude, that is insane.
And actually, if you want a good place to start with keyboards, also if you want to like buy some discounted keyboards, massdrop.com.
That's true.
Like Massdrop, is constantly. Excuse me.
I was on Massdrop today too.
I love Massdrop.
I'm looking at headphones on Massdrop.
I bought several things from Massdrop. And it's just really cool. So, Massdrop.com, basically what they do is like, they give discounts on selected items for a limited period of time. And the more people that decide to buy it, the bigger the discount. Typically, there's a cap on the discount. But, like for a keyboard, for example, it'll be like the MSRP for keyboard X, right, will be like $150. Okay. And they're like, well, if 15 people buy it, we'll drop it from 150 to 130. If 30 people buy it, we'll drop it to like 120.
Yeah.
So you go on them and you're like, oh, this one's pretty good. You can actually either like choose to buy it, and regardless of what the price is, like you're gonna end up buying it. If like not enough people purchase it to get the full rate, you'll buy it at whatever rate it is. Or you can say, I commit to X amount. So if it does get to the full, like if enough people commit to the low amount, then I'll buy it. And that way a lot of people can do that. And it actually helps the drops, is what they call them, be successful, because then people are like, well, I'm not going to commit to it right now, but if we get enough people to like commit to it when it's the low price, then we'll do it.
Yeah.
And then that's when you'll get enough people to actually drop the price on a lot of things. So yeah, that's where I bought keycaps. That's where I bought.
Really?
Yeah, I bought on the CM, the Quickfire, the CM Storm. I replaced my keycaps through there. I bought them for like $10. A full set of keycaps, APB. Damn. I don't know if that's actually APB or if it's another one, but they're really nice. Like they're solid. They're the actual letters are separate molds. They're like injected in, so it's like two different plastics in each keycap.
So it's not painted.
Yeah, it's not painted, and it doesn't like stain with because we have oils in our hands. They don't stain. They don't like get lighter.
Nice.
I think it's ABB.
They don't wear down or anything.
Yeah, no, awesome stuff.
Super freaking nice,
dude. Yes. So yeah, man, I'm gonna have to start writing stuff like all the things that we cover on these, so I can like tag it correctly. I got.
Do you have a table?
Do I have a table?
The reviews. I'm wondering about the reviews, like a white.
Oh yeah,
table.
well, no, I don't have a white table, but I mean, we can go to IKEA.
Yeah, it'd be like 10, that's $10, $20.
Something like that. Probably 40 at the worst. But yeah, okay. So we got pedophilia, we got bestiality, we got orgasms, we got squirting, we got foodie, anime, donuts, video games, Fire Emblem, relationships.
Austin,
6th Street, Dallas. We've got Uchi. We've got Tech Reviews, Razer, Audio Technica, Orbeaver, Mamba, Naga.
This shit
headphones.
Went all over the place.
Dude, we have been all over.
Oh, you also got Oscars.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
That was like 20 minutes.
Birdman. Damn. Yeah, we went all over the place with this podcast. But hey, podcast number 3. You gotta do it big.
Tech reviews. That'd actually be really fucking cool.
So yeah, so that's the thing. Like, if we actually end up making him, like, you heard it here first. Like, in this podcast, if you actually heard it when this podcast goes live, like, you are some of the first people to see these projects that we're gonna end up working on. So that's cool, right? And all of it is brought to you by Revolver, Blood and Honey. Oh wait, no, we're still not sponsored.
No.
Oh, never mind.
No,
it's brought to you by us, Oz and Eddie, teacher and accountant.
Where are they even sponsored?
They're not sponsored. I don't know. Where are they brewed? Ale brewed with blood orange peel, honey, and spices.
Granbury, Texas?
Granbury, Texas. There you go. 76049 is the zip code if you want to. Zip code.
So zip codes, the numbering coincides with west to east.
Is that how they work?
East to west, yeah. So like, zip codes in like California. What's zip codes in California? Do you know?
No, I don't know. I don't care about zip codes. I like that my zip code is really easy. Like, my last 2 zip codes have been super easy. My last one was 75252, which is like 752525252, like racks on racks, like, get it. And my new one is 75075, It was like, dude, my new address is super easy to remember. My new zip code is super easy to remember. Man, this move was
Zip
so
code
beneficial.
stands for Zone Improvement Plan. ZIP.
Oh.
What? That's mind blowing.
Okay, so the basic format consists of 5 decimal numeric digits.
You don't say.
Okay. History, structure, and allocation.
Structure and allocation.
Okay.
By the way, he's reading the Wikipedia. So if you want to get educated on the zip code, Wikipedia it. If you want to get educated on anything, Wikipedia it. Really, let's do it. Also, I'm on IMDb. Random factoid of the day. I just remembered the other day we were talking about IMDb, and I forgot that because of
database. Yes.
Because of my indie film, I am on IMDb. Like, there's no picture of me. Like, I'm not gonna pay $80 a year to like
you're
be
just
on there.
You're just on there.
Yeah, but my name, Eddie Olazron, is on there. So there you go.
There we go. Okay, so the numbers increase southward along the east coast, just as 02115 is Boston, 10001 is New York, Philadelphia is 1903, 20,008 is Washington, 30,000 is Atlanta, 33 is Miami. Okay, cool.
And then they increase
So
heading westward and northward.
Yes, see? Oh my god, mind blown.
What?
So they start with like low numbers like 05, 5, 10, 07, and that's the beginning too, is 05, 07. And they go from 05 New York down to 30 in Florida, and then you increase going west towards Texas. That's crazy.
So, realistically, if you want to learn, just Wikipedia.
It's not gonna focus. Yeah,
It's not an autofocus.
It's
so
just
it's not gonna focus on it.
Still, it's mine. What?
Just Wikipedia. I would say
that's
that I'm
genius.
gonna put the link down below on the description, but I'm not going to, because realistically, I just don't care enough. So if you want to,
Wikipedia.
go to Wikipedia, zip code,
and go to the structure.
Structure.
It goes to
There you
section
go.
on structure. It's freaking insane.
Man. My beard's getting serious.
It looks nice.
Thanks, man. I'm still like patchy. It's sad. Like, I'm 28 years old and I still don't I can't grow a full on beard. But
It'll be fine.
you know what? It's Austin enough.
With the toms, dude. All you need is glasses.
Oh my gosh, and a man bun.
You can probably do a man bun.
No. I'd have to grow my hair out at least 3 more weeks.
3 more weeks? That's all it takes?
Probably, yeah. I mean, this has been like 2 weeks since I last cut my hair.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
And we have a fresh cut in episode number 1 of the podcast, Randomness. So if you haven't already seen or listened to our podcast, go to that one.
Views, man. That'd be super sick.
All right, so eventually, soon, we'll come up with a plan on like getting a website and actually like having an RSS feed of the MP3 for our podcast, in case you want to listen to us while you work, or on the drive home, or on your train ride to your work, or to your girlfriend, or your boyfriend, or whatever.
Yes.
So we want to provide you with sweet nothingness and stupidity and randomness in your ears. Well, I mean, you learned something about zip codes today, so it's not pure stupidity. Like, you learned something today if you listen to this. So, yeah, we want to provide you with all this wherever you might be. So whether it's on iTunes or if it's on Android Pocket Casts, which is what I use, $3.99 on the Google Play Store.
I need to get that.
Awesome, by the way. Definitely recommended. $3.99 Pocket
Can you make an
Casts.
account with him?
No, you don't have to. I don't think. I don't remember.
Should do that.
But yeah. So yeah, I think that about wraps it up for today. I've had like 3 beers. You've had 1. Seems fair.
For alcohol content wise.
Yeah. So thanks again for listening and or watching. We are Oz and Eddie for the Not What You Expected podcast, Randomness, episode number 3. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. I stream on Twitch. Please don't move that. That was like perfectly placed. That's my Sony PS4 camera.
This is Sony?
Yeah, that's my PlayStation 4 camera.
I thought it was the what's it called?
No, it's not the Kinect.
Yeah, there we go.
No, I don't have a Kinect. If you haven't already subscribed,
Did it come standard?
no, you after like PlayStation destroyed them with the fact that you didn't need a camera, and they could charge you $100 less.
Right.
Yeah.
Because they wanted you to buy it from the very beginning. It was like
Right.
That's super
So
big.
if you haven't already, please subscribe. I'm also on Twitch, and there should be a link. If you go to my channel, there's a link to my Twitch channel. You can also follow me on there. I'm on Twitter at spider_v. Oz is on Twitter at
one site.
one site. One word. ONESIGHT. That's where we are. So yeah, give us a follow, and we'll gladly talk to you, even if you're weird and like bestiality. So, I mean,
why not?
we're not gonna watch it with you, but we're cool. Whatever. I mean, Oz might.
No.
So yeah, thanks again. Have a great night. See you next week.